What's up everyone, this is Super Marcel, and today we're going to look at a rather old school game, right? So this, everyone, is Walking with Beasts Operation Salvage. This was a game that was really close to my heart, because like I used to play this when I was like a really little kid, you know? And I used to remember like owning the disc, and I would just put it into my computer, you know, because back then you had computers that had disc slots. I don't know if there are still computers like that around anymore, or if they're all just like, yep, we'll just download it. but anyways, that's a box of marbles on its own. But yeah, like, so this was a very old school Walking with games to capitalize on the series Walking with Monsters, of course, you know, which that show on its own is like really good. I would argue maybe even better than Walking with Dinosaurs, but I can easily just talk about the series of Walking with Beasts while we play this game. But this is basically just, you know, you play as this little truck thing, right? That just goes back in time and stuff, and in the locations of Walking with Beasts. You'll see.
Greetings, Agent.
Greetings.
I am the director of the World Wildlife Bio Network. You have been specially selected to complete the Prehistoric Databank project. Maximum security clearance has been granted. Essential background information on your task is contained in the following briefing. Study it carefully before proceeding with your task.
You got it, director.
The success of your mission is imperative. Failure will not be countenanced.
Oh, shit. Okay. What's with the pauses? World Wildlife Bio Network, WWB, proposed WWB granted United Security Council clearance for PDP. Agent Vega, legendary WWB operation appointed to lead project. Whoa. Initial success is reported by PDP. All communication from Agent Vega terminated. Oh no, not Agent Vega. Initial investigation by the U.S. That suggests Agent Vega is no longer upholding the values of WWB and may have links with professional. Chief Medical Officer of the WWB files a report indicating time travel may have been responsible for Agent Vega's actions. Recommend. I can't read. Your task as the WWB's leading agent is to complete Agent Vega's mission and bring her back to face charges and undergo. You have at your disposal a time travel vehicle. Explorers which you will be able to control from its. Your role is to protect the Earth from evolutionary destruction. The importance of the mission cannot be underestimated. Was the planet about to explode?
It is essential that you read this briefing carefully before attempting this, your first mission.
Okay, you got it. Right. Okay, so we're going back in time to stop this dude from doing stuff to the past, and apparently that affects the timeline of evolution or something, and we have to which I guess the planet will explode or something if we don't do. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, anyways, so yeah, we go into this truck, we go back in time, we blow stuff up from the bad guys you'll see later on, and we also put down cameras to film the wildlife, because that helps us somehow. I don't know, it's cool. But anyways, right, mission reference. We're going to southern Russia. This is not in Russia, I'll tell you right now. The formation that we're going to be at. 49 million years ago in the fig forest. Time allegation 30 minutes. Retrieve clips detailed on the right panel. Destroy enemy transporters and 25% of all enemy units. Scan for new species of beasts of the PDP database. Free any trapped beasts. No intelligence available for this mission. Alright. Okay, right, so now.
Browser.
Oh, Jesus.
Start game.
Oh, why? How do I disable that? whatever.
Explorer Z.
Okay. So as you can see right here, so this is our truck, right? Or our tank, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's basically like Tetris, right? You got this space here, all the blocks and stuff,
Click
and
icon
then
to select.
you and then you got all of this stuff, which costs stuff. And apparently there's a weight thing. I don't know how that weight limit money. So you need to be careful on what you want to bring. Okay, so I think first things first, it's important that we bring cameras with us, right? Because there's if you
Click icon to select.
because as you see on the map, there were like these little spots and stuff.
Click to pick up. Click icon to select.
I'm just gonna bring.
Click to pick up.
Click to pick up. Pulse
Click
gun.
icon to select.
Yeah, we're gonna need a gun of some kind, right? Cause we're gonna be fighting
Click icon to select.
dudes, right? There's gonna be some nasty fellas out there. They're gonna, you know, they apparently want prehistoric animals for some reason, but a rocket launcher.
Click icon to select.
Oh, I think this is the boat. Yeah, we're gonna need this.
Click to pick up.
Click to
Click
pick up.
icon to select.
Put some meat in there to attract the carnivores and stuff. And you know what? We'll get some plants in there because we're gonna wanna, you know, get some of the herbivores and stuff.
Click icon to select.
A solar panel unit. What does that do?
Click to place.
That's massive. I can't fit that. Oh, I
Click
can.
icon to select.
It's still not enough. You know, it can't be that bad, right? We're just going in to find. It's the first mission. They're not. It's not gonna be too hard.
Click to pick up.
Okay,
Click
I think we're
icon
good.
to select.
Ready to start mission? Yes, I am.
Explorer teleportation completed.
Oh. Help text off. There we go. Yeah, turn that off. That's gonna be annoying very fast. Jesus.
Database. Back to game.
What? Didn't I just... Okay, so... Yeah, so... right over the...
Explorer.
Didn't I just... Explorer...
Explorer.
Why does it... What... Which...
Increase music volume.
No, shut up. What?
Sport indicator.
Why am I being handicapped?
Video browser.
Like, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna try and, like...
Gestornis.
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 So yeah, we move around and stuff with the mouse buttons rather than WSD, so
End of map.
you need to get used to that.
End of map.
Yeah, shut up. Let me...
Camera.
Oh, that's how you switch.
Repair kit. Camera.
Camera. How do you shoot? Didn't I put a gun?
Explorer Z. Video browser.
What's the controls? They don't tell you anything.
Back to game.
Activate jetpack, activate pulse rocket, activate gun. Why is M gun?
Damage meter.
Okay, right. So that's good to know. Right. So you see these red little circles here. So basically what you're supposed to do is that when you see these are camera spots. So you basically just... So let's
Camera.
put bloop
Exit game.
and then
Camera
bloop.
deployed.
I'm just gonna...
Herbivorous meal deployed.
Herbivorous deal deployed.
Transporter crate destroyed. Storage barrel destroyed. Storage barrel destroyed.
So yeah, so you're supposed to go around and you're supposed to find the different animals and stuff.
Propyletherium.
Propyletherium,
Leptictidium.
leptoctidium, and yeah, scan them.
Enemy
And
storage barrel detected.
I'll talk about the actual show walking
Hovercraft deactivated.
with beasts while I do this.
EN gun MK1 detected. Camera bay unit.
Whoa! What the?
EN gun MK1 detected. Damage sustained. EN gun MK1 destroyed. camera bay unit.
So in terms of the actual episode, so this is, I believe, New Dawn. It was really cool. Alright. It's basically the very first episode. Gets you right in the mood. Like, yep, this is the age of mammals. And it's based on, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember the exact point of time it's set in. Oh god. But I do remember that it's set in the Meso pit.
Damage sustained. Damage sustained. Enemy electronic general unit detected. Electronic general unit destroyed. Damage sustained.
Oh my
Your
god, I'm
Explorer
getting
is destroyed.
my ass kicked.
Your presence is interfering with recording.
Oh what? Oh, now I'm starting to remember why this game was so hard for me in my childhood.
Click icon to select. 87%
Oh, I
chance of
didn't.
recording a
I
good
forgot
shot
to
at
put the
camera
bloody
bay
boat. Hold on, maybe there's like a bridge or something I can
one.
cross.
Beam outside detected.
So the Meso pit is a formation in France, right? And what's really cool about the Meso pit
Damage
is that
sustained.
there's
87%
almost
chance of
all
recording
of the
a good shot at
fossils
camera
there
bay.
have like a really perfect like trace fossils and stuff, right? And most of the animals there are the actual animal that you would find there. You know, like Godonotia, Leptitidium, Propaleotherium.
MK1 destroyed.
So like the entire animal is fossilized, like perfectly fossilized, which is weird because like, you know, it's already rare enough to have like one once happen, but to have like what is essentially like an entire ecosystem is like, it's odd. It doesn't usually happen. And I think they explained it in the episode, like it was like a giant like mass poisoning of, what was it, methane? I can't remember exactly what it was, but like, because I don't know, I don't do chemistry, but
chance of recording a good shot at camera bay 3.
how many
95% chance of
Can this-
recording a good shot at camera
can
bay
this thing
2.
even get shot? Can this thing be destroyed? I can't destroy it.
Enemy transporter destroyed.
There we go.
84% chance of recording a good shot at camera bay 1.
Oh my god, this is frustrating.
Damage sustained.
I don't have any spare cameras, don't I? No, I don't. I need to like buy more
Enemy
somehow.
supply dump.
In terms of the actual episode itself, I honestly, personally like,
Presence is interfering with recording.
funny enough,
Camera site
think
detected.
Walking with Beasts
86% chance of recording a good shot
was
at
like
camera bay
the
1.
first Walking with Beasts episode.
Recording a
New
good shot
Blood
at
was
camera
like the
bay 2.
best one out of the. Is it the best one? I don't know. It's a toss up between that one and what was it called? The Paraceratherium one, right?
87% chance of recording a
Oh,
good
what
shot
was
at
that one
camera
called?
bay 1.
Episode 3, right? But yeah, I feel like
94% chance of
I
recording
don't
a
know
good
what it
shot at
was.
camera
It
bay
was
2.
just a nice like setting, you know. It really set up the mood and stuff. You really got to watch like the slow rise of mammals, you know. Cause mind you, like when the dinosaurs became extinct, it wasn't immediately like, yep, dinosaurs are gone, let's evolve into mammoths. You know, they were still like fairly rodent sized and stuff. Not saying that there weren't large mammals. There were definitely large mammals early on, but they were like
End of map.
getting there, you know.
Presence is interfering with recording. 88% chance of recording a good shot at camera bay 3. End
Okay.
of map.
I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna sit here and wait. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for the cameras, cause like that's like the only thing I can do.
Explore or set.
On the plus side, you can like see like all this stuff. Yeah, I guess Gastornis. See that was an animal that was in the Meso formation. I think for the most part, all the animals,
EN gun MK1.
all the animals that were in Walking with Beasts, not Walking with in New Blood, the first episode, were basically pretty accurate and was the right animal. Really, there was only one, like, unlike, because like when you look at Walking with Dinosaurs and stuff, there were some dinosaurs that were like in certain places that they shouldn't be. Some famously laughably so, you know, Utah raptor in Europe, for example. But I think like in Walking with Beasts, New Blood, the only animal that wasn't supposed to be there was Ambulocetus, right? Which I'm sure we'll get into that in the next zone, right? But even still with the Ambulocetus, I think they explained that it's only like, you know, I think they explained in the episode that Ambulocetus was like it traveled up from the river or something, or from the ocean, and that's why it's there at the Meso pit. But yeah, but still, you know, I think for the most part it was still. I think they got like, that's the neat thing about the Meso pit, is because it was so well preserved and you have so many like different things there. You can easily make an episode out of it. Yeah.
Transporter crate destroyed. End of map. End of map. End of map.
End of map, and I'm being cornered by a Goldonosia. I find it kind of funny, just the idea that like a small tiny little horse can somehow
4% chance of recording a
like
gunshot
destroy this
camera
giant
entry.
tank.
Database.
Still have nothing?
Database.
How long does it take to... In terms of the order of the Cenozoic period, there was actually a time period, an eon before this setting.
85% chance of recording a
And that
gunshot
is
camera
probably
entry.
the true, real, like, quote-unquote beginning of mammals. I think it was called the Paleocene. Yeah, the Paleocene. The Paleocene was the first time in the mammals doing their first steps. You know, the period that we're in is the Eocene, right? But in the Paleocene, like, I feel like I wish that they did look at the Paleocene, because there was like a couple cool stuff that happened in the Paleocene. You know that. You know, because there, you had stuff like, well, not necessarily mammals. I still think it would have been cool to see them in a Walking with Beasts or any Cenozoic Ice Age show in general. But there was like giant Titanoboas and Carbonemes and stuff, right? That was Paleocene and stuff. And even though like the mammals were still like, you know, getting used to the fact that they're not overthrown by dinosaurs anymore, there were still some giant mammals that happened during the Paleocene. I can't remember what it was called, but there was like these these big, well, somewhat big, let's say cougar sized, I think, like predatory mammals things. And I think there were even some herbivore stuff, like with horns and tusks and stuff. They were cool. Yeah.
87% chance of recording a good shot at camera bay 3.
So are you going to? Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, it's coming back to me. I'm starting to remember why this game was so frustrating. And this thing. What am I supposed to do with this thing? Huh?
Enemy supply dump.
It's an enemy thing, but I can't destroy it. It just phases through it. It's not low enough.
6% chance of recording a good shot at camera bay 3. Enemy supply dump.
Oh, what?
Game briefing.
What does this do? Oh, it's a very pixelated elevator. What did that do? Oh, I can load stuff up now. Too bad I don't have money to buy a bloody...
Click icon to
Oh, I
select.
can buy cameras.
Click to pick up.
I can only buy cameras. Thankfully, they're free, though.
Click icon to select. Click to pick up. Click to pick up. Click to pick up. Click to pick up.
Is this what's in the supply closet? I'm just grabbing everything. All right.
Click to pick up.
Click to pick up. All right.
To game.
What can I talk about while we wait for these cameras to never
87%
bloody
chance
take the
recording
shot
good
of the
shot and
prehistoric
camera
animal in front of it? You got the Gastornis, which the Gastornis is a whole load of other marbles that I will
85%
talk about
chance of recording good shot
if they
and
show
camera
us a
day
clip
one.
of the bloody Gastornis.
Recording 86%
Oh
chance
my
of good
god,
shot.
was that what I needed to do this entire time?
Recording
I was
a good
supposed to
shot and
click
camera
it.
day one.
Well, it would have been a tutorial would have been nice. I'm gonna run out of time. I'm actually gonna run out of time.
86% chance
There is
of
no
recording
time
a good
remaining.
shot at camera day
The
one.
mission is over, and you have not succeeded in fulfilling your objectives. You have failed.
I have failed. Failed because I forgot to press record. Okay, let's try it again. Now I know what I'm doing.
Greetings,
Yeah,
Agent.
yeah, shut up, director. We're going in. What does the power
Click
cell
icon to
do?
select.
I wish they would tell you what some of these stuff do. Because I don't know if this is like health or like
Click icon to select.
a shield or something.
Explorer teleportation complete.
Okay. Hello. Scan that guy. Scan that guy and scan that guy. We already have 3 creatures in our scan. Blah blah blah. Oh, what? They changed the film sites.
Enemy
What
storage
am I
barrel
filming
detected.
now?
Enemy storage barrel detected.
Electricity hunted insects. Gastornis fending off a rival to. Oh, they completely changed the. Huh.
Transporter
That's
crate
a
destroyed.
shame because I saw that one of the things that we're gonna film was the really messed up ant scene. I was gonna talk about that.
Handgun MK1 detected.
Hello, little lemur monkey. Actually, no, yeah, would have been a lemur. Woo! Spider-Man dodged
Enemy
that.
supply dump.
Hell yeah, what do you got? Hell yeah, pixelate the world. You're going down.
Click icon to select.
There's a bunch of cameras. That's
Click
fine.
icon
I'll
to
take
select.
all of your
Click
cameras.
icon to select.
I'll
Click to
take
pick up. Click to
everything!
pick up. Handgun MK1 detected.
Right, where's the gun? Oh!
Camera site detected.
I shot the leptitinium! They're immune to plasma, apparently.
Handgun MK1
No wonder
destroyed.
this person wants the bloody Cenozoic animals, since
Camera site
a
detected.
small, tiny little mammal on its own can survive just the blast of a
Handgun
plasma
MK1
gun.
detected.
Alright, one last spot, and then we're done. Then I just gotta have to, like, click on the thing.
96% chance of recording a good shot at camera bay 3.
Yeah, now I know that I'm supposed to click on it.
Site 3 has failed. Database.
What?
Click here to play video clip.
What, did someone, like, spit on the camera or something? What? Yeah, I remember this as well. I remember being it's so frustrating where, like, you put down a camera, it's like you're waiting and waiting, and then you finally you film it, and it
Click
just
here
ends
to
up
play
blurry.
video clip. Back to game.
Glad to know that this game has
Camera
XCOM
site
logic
detected.
on the odds.
Handgun MK1 detected.
say there's 97% chance of filming a good shot, and that's the shot that you get.
MK1 detected. Camera deployed.
And then I guess we'll go back to wherever the failed thing was and just try again.
Camera site detected. Camera Bay 1.
I'm gonna wait until it's like 90 something,
Enemy supply dump.
and then we'll
Explorer.
like right now.
Camera film
We got a
site
good
has
shot.
completed recording footage.
Hell yeah, let's take a look.
Video browser.
It's the little leptidinium inside the giant tree. Yeah. What can I say about leptidinium?
Back to game.
I don't think I can say much about them because to be honest, I don't think I know much about them.
Enemy storage
But I
barrel
think
detected.
from what it is, like I've said earlier with the whole trace fossils things, I think that is basically what they look like. You know, like down to the little trunk thing, the little nose thing. You know, I don't know if it's the most popular, not popular, the most redundant fossil there. But yeah, there were a lot of leptidinium fossils, and it's interesting, you know. There would have been this small little mammal, kind of shrew-like, that would have, you know, gone around eating bugs and stuff and frogs. You know, it's very cool. Yeah, I don't know about. I have no idea whether or not they would have been hopping and stuff like they show in the show. But yeah, that's the problem with walking with beasts. I can try my best to talk about. Lady, shut up! I'm talking about paleontology. I don't know. The problem with walking with beasts, or at least in my field of vision, is that I feel work best with birds and reptiles. You know, I could try and talk about prehistoric mammals, but I don't think I know too much about them. But yeah.
89% chance of recording a good shot at camera Bay 3.
Oh, should I just stop it.
Recording 89% chance of good shot.
Okay. Well, we gotta go. Where was camera free again? All right.
Recording 94% chance of good shot.
Oh
No
yeah.
options.
What's this one?
Click
Ah,
here to play all video clips.
Propaleotherium. I don't think that's the name anymore. I think we called them something else now, like Eohippus or something. But yeah, no. But this is Propaleotherium, which, if you remember in Walking with Beasts, is a type of horse. Yeah. So it's weird to think that like horses, we know them like fairly big, you know, towering over us, like surprisingly big. Actually, I rode horses myself, actually, if you remember. But what am I talking about? If you remember, if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I had a reunion with GCT with me and Jack Kyle, and we ran around to Lockie's girlfriend Tiani's horse farm, and we rode horses and stuff. And wow, they are. It's quite intimidating, honestly. You know, seeing them, how big they are. You know, because you gotta bear in mind, like, yeah, horses, they're really nice, they're cool, but they also like have hooves that could just crush your face if they kick you. Speaking of hooves, so like, here's the horses get weirder, right? The further back in time. So not only do like prehistoric horses like start off small, you know, like little dog sized, like you can kick them type small, but they didn't even have like true hooves yet. They had like toes and stuff, which is like really bizarre to think about horses with toes and stuff. And yeah, they're really interesting.
85% chance of recording a good shot at camera Bay 2. 87% chance of recording a good shot at camera Bay 1.
Can we get that even higher? Come on. Rise. Rise.
Enemy storage barrel detected.
Oh, how did I miss that? We can't have filthy barrels polluting our prehistoric ecosystem. What's that? Rubble and debris? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like that would just make the thing even worse, wouldn't it? Because like you got all that debris and stuff, and like some of it's probably extra really sharp too. And chokeable. Leptitidium to let's learn some stuff. 50 to 40 million years ago. Leptitidium delicate weasel. How about that? What's this mean? Widespread group that were around for a long time. It's sort of specialized hopper. Right. Oh, now that I think about it, now thinking about like the legs and stuff, that does make sense actually. That Leptitidium would be like a little hopper. We got pretty much the entire skeleton of Leptitidium, which means that we also got to see their weird little like legs, which does like look pretty kangaroo-esque, you know, because you know you got the femur and which stretches down to the tibia, or is that the arm? I don't know, the lower leg bone, and then the feet itself is like really long and extended, just like a kangaroo's, you know. So that would probably be used as like some kind of springing mechanism to help, you know, hop around and stuff. That's cool. Yeah. I do actually remember a long while back, it was going to be like the 20th anniversary of Walking with Beasts. I was actually planning to make a video talking about Walking with Beasts, but procrastination and art block, I guess, made me not. But I do explicitly remember rewatching the show and taking notes of what happens in the show and then looking up research articles of that same animal and whether that stuff would be plausible. And I think I remember that there was like this Cretaceous Leptitidium like specimen. Or was it Cretaceous? I don't know. There was a Leptitidium relative that lived before Leptitidium. And its legs were actually normal, right? It had normal legs, so it would have... 90! Here we go! So yeah, it would have probably ran around and stuff rather than hop around. What else did I look at? I think I also looked at some stuff about Goldenosha, right? I think I might as well talk about Goldenosha because I think I remember, yeah, in the actual show, Goldenosha was just kind of just there. It didn't do much. I guess there was that one scene where you see it having like mate with another in the night or something. I don't know, there was this really crazy one that was just shaking the tree and stuff. I'll talk about Goldenosha, yeah. So Goldenosha, I remember looking up notes about that animal. Goldenosha wasn't necessarily a monkey. It was a lemur, right? I think in terms of evolution, for humans at least, we didn't immediately start off as monkeys. We were lemurs first. We were lemurs, and then we were like some kind of branch of monkey, and then the monkeys lose their tail and become apes, and then the apes gradually evolve into, you know, Australopithecus, which then turns into us. But that's like a whole bowl of marbles that is probably best to save if we were to ever do like the what was that episode? Last of Kin? The Australopithecus episode. I would be totally down to do an actual series of this, of me just playing this game, building the truck, the tank, whatever type of vehicle you want to call this thing, you know, blow up stuff and go around in the different episodes of Walking with Beasts, and I'll talk about, you know, the episode, the animals behind it, when it was good, yeah. And we got another. Oh, can we get 2 for 1? We got 2 for 1! I'm a bit trapped between 2 Leptitidiums and a Gastornis though, so I think we're done, but I want to see the clips first. Alright, so here's the Leptitidium first. Trying to hunt an insect. Like a dragonfly. Very cool. And
Click here to play
the mighty Gastornis, which has gotten a lot of research ever since Walking with Beasts. There's a lot of things that like is a bit controversial now.
Click here to play video clip.
But first, let's just get out of here, right?
Level incomplete. Mission goals not fulfilled.
What
Review
could
mission
possibly...
briefing. Click on map to enlarge.
Energy technology status.
Click on
Oh, you
map
gotta
to
be kidding me. There's like some kind of barrel or something hiding.
End of map. Ian done MK1 detected.
Oh, found it.
Ian done MK1
Done. We're done.
Beam outside detected. Level incomplete. Mission goals not fulfilled.
What
Review
could
mission
possibly be
briefing.
left? Enemy supply
Enemy
jump.
transporter detected.
Ah, this thing. Right, okay, hold on. Let me just spam M a bunch.
Transporter destroyed.
Now we're done. Surely.
You have completed your first mission.
Woo!
Well done.
Thank you, man. Director. Let me just beam in to the Resident Evil facility. You're about to begin mission 2. Do you wish to save your progress? Yes, I do. Super. No, not. Oh, no.
Look carefully at this mission briefing.
Okay, so now
Pay
we're
particular
dealing.
attention to the
So
threats
we're still
identified.
technically in New Dawn territory, so we can keep going. I think we keep playing until we go into like the next episode canonically in Walking with Beasts, yeah, which I feel like would be after this. So we'll do this and then we'll end it off.
Click to pick up. The explorer's weight limit has been exceeded.
Oh, what? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Click icon to select. Click to pick up.
Do I need the power cell? What does the power cell even do?
Click to pick up. Select.
I'm gonna get rid of a power cell. That doesn't even fix the weight limit! What the?
Click to pick up.
How does that even work? That makes no sense!
The explorer's weight limit has been exceeded.
You made me get rid of a power cell for nothing! Alright, we can't, we can't, we shouldn't, we must not die, or else we lose the boat, which would really suck, because we got some spots that require us to be in the water.
MK1 detected. MK1 destroyed.
Okay, so, let's talk about Gastornis. So Gastornis has gotten, hello Ambulucitus. So if you remember in Walking with Beasts, Gastornis was this giant bird, right? That ate Propaleotherium and stuff, right? Well, ever since Walking with Beasts, new research has been looked at. It turns out Gastornis might not be so carnivorous after all, right? So Gastornis was a part of these birds called the Diatremas, which was actually a group of birds that I actually worked on in the Flinders University. I worked on like stuff like Geniornis and stuff. So they're giant. They're not necessarily predatory birds. Not necessarily saying that they're not capable of eating meat, but we looked through the carbon dating. Is it? I don't remember what it was. Like some kind of. I gotta focus. So we looked at the carbon dating. I think that's the term. Holy moly! Hey, fellas. And what we found was that I think there were traces of fruit in the fossils of Gastornis. And we also looked at the general shape of the beak and stuff, and it doesn't necessarily look like something that you would be capable of, you know, killing things. It looks like something that is built to like just pick up and like just swallow, you know, like a fruit. And so I think it came to a conclusion that Gastornis, rather than being this big bird that goes around hunting small little horses, it was actually a frugivore. So yeah, Gastornis massively different than what Walking with Beasts actually is like. How the hell do you get in there? Otherwise, other than like the whole meat eating thing, I don't think there's anything else I can really say about Gastornis. But Gastornis did live in the meso pits. There were fossils there. It wasn't necessarily trace fossils because, you know, obviously Gastornis is one of the more larger animals that lived in Messel, but still cool to think about. Yeah. Ooh.
Recording 94% chance of good shot.
Oh yeah, let's take a look.
Click here to play video clip.
And now we're up to probably the only animal that is not in Messel. This is Ambulocetus. I love the close-up shots of it. Ambulocetus
83% chance of recording a good shot at
is
camera bay 1.
probably one of the most interesting mammals
Hovercraft
in evolution-wise, right? So Ambulocetus is, believe it or not, related to whales, right? So that strange-looking dog crocodile thing would eventually turn into whales and stuff. But yeah, they started off as these little like dog-looking things. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Pachycetus, or was Pachycetus? No, Pachycetus was a whale thing, right? But here's the extra weird part is that technically it's an ungulates, right? So basically ungulates are animals with hooves, or not hooves, or like odd toed or uneven toes. So like they're related to stuff like hippos and giraffes, I think it was, and a lot of weird things, right? But gradually over time, animals like Ambulocetus would slowly, you know, become more webbed feet. Editing me here, I would just like to add some more stuff into the whole Ambulocetus thing. I never actually explained why we actually know that this animal is related to whales and stuff. So basically, on the head of Ambulocetus, there are a special ear bone that you can find, which can only be found from whales. And so that's how we know that this animal would evolve into whales. And yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, just felt like I need to add that. I think it's similar to like reptiles, you know, how like nophosaurs, you know, start off on land, you know, and then they're on their legs and stuff, and then gradually they turn into plesiosaurs. Anyways, we got another video tape. Oh, it's Gastornis! It just killed a Propaleotherium and now it's gonna eat it. Nom, 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 nom. So yeah, like I said, this is not possible. Not saying that Gastornis isn't incapable of eating meat. No herbivore is really incapable of eating meat. There are herbivores that would eat meat if they need to, but Gastornis is primarily frugivorous. Yeah. Sorry to ruin the fun, but yeah. And you know what? Like, I don't want Gastornis being a frugivore to like have to be ruined in terms of coolness. No, just because that Gastornis doesn't go around hunting and eating little horses doesn't mean that it's not cool anymore. I think Gastornis is still a cool animal, and you know, with the whole fruit eating thing. And you know what? I think I'll talk more about my experience working with diatremas, you know, because here's an interesting thing about diatremas is that they're actually closely related to ducks and geese. You know, galliforms, I think they're called. No, that's like chickens or something. I don't remember. Yeah, it was really cool to work with those type of stuff, the Genionis. Basically, what I did. Am I allowed to talk about this? I think I'm allowed to talk about this. It's been a long while since. But we had the scapular coracoid of Genionis in my project. And what I was supposed to learn is whether or not Genionis had musculature in the arms and chest that would make its limb bones mobile. And there's few interesting things to note about this animal. First off, start off the scapular coracoid, or the is like the shoulder bone, but we also had like the breast, the chest. Can't remember what it's called, right? I'm sure editing me would put it up, right? I got my research work with me. And what you find is that like most birds have this big thick chest bone, right? Especially emus and cassowaries and stuff, right? And that would have like a bunch of chest muscles connected to the limbs and stuff, and like in fact a lot of birds are primarily reliant on this chest bone, you know, because that you need strong muscles to fly and stuff. And what we have with Genionis particularly is that it's compared to other birds like ostriches and emus, their chest bone is like really, really thick. And I think with good reason, you know, because they're massive, and chances are they're probably going to fight for territory and stuff, so they're going to be kicking and stuff. So they would need this thick chest. It's cool. And in terms of what that tells us about its musculature, normally, when it comes to muscles in birds, the middle section is like extended outwards, and that tells you how large the flatter the chest bone is, the less actual muscles that you would have in order to, you know, fly and rotate and stuff. And so what we found with Genionis is that just like emus and cassowaries, they don't really have that much flexibility in their wings, right? Compare that to an ostrich, which has like huge rotation, you know, to make it all flamboyant and stuff. But Genionis and Gastornis probably didn't. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was really cool to work with these birds. Yeah. Gastornis is definitely a very, very cool bird. Now, come on, cameras. I could click you now and just try it, but I like the satisfaction of knowing... Well, I don't know. Does the number even matter? I have a feeling that the numbers don't actually matter, because it just seems so random. I had a 92% chance to get a good shot, and it came back fuzzy. Oh, I know what we can talk about while we wait for a good shot. The ants, because we kind of missed that chance to get a good shot for the ants, which, by the way, that was a really messed up scene. But like, it can happen. I can totally imagine it can happen. Like an ant swarming this baby Gastornis. It's really messed up. But you know what? That's nature. But the ants is real. That's a real thing. I think it is same thing. Mesopit, you know. I think it was amber. I can't remember if it's an amber specimen or they just had trace fossils. But basically, the giant ants is real. They're called Titanomyrma. They're in arc. They're really annoying, you know. But they're literally like what? Hand-sized ants, thumb-sized. I don't know. They were massive ants, right?
90% chance of recording a good shot.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm taking that shot.
Camera at film site
Yeah.
completed recording footage.
Let's take a look. It's
Database.
Ambulocetus. Yeah. So this is the whale specimen. So you can definitely see how it can eventually turn into whales with the movement and stuff. How it goes up and down. Whales and dolphins, mind you. So like porpoises. I don't remember what the official phrase is for. I think There's Ododontite. Because there's like 2 different types of whales, right? It branches off. That's a completely different conversation entirely that I should probably save when we do the Basilosaurus episode. If we even do this episode, you know. I think it would be cool to just do this as a nice short series, a nice 6 episodic, just to fill something out on the channel. Play this old school Walking with Beasts game while talking about Walking with Beasts. And the episode, the animals, what's different, what we know, what's not. I wouldn't mind doing that actually. It would be short, you know, because like there's only like 6 episodes. But I think it would be cool. You know, something to fill out while Walking with Dinosaurs is kind of on a hiatus. Speaking of Walking with Dinosaurs, no. What am I talking about? Walking with Dinosaurs? No. Jurassic World Evolution 3. With Jurassic World Evolution 3, you know, it's just the weird thing where like some reason Universal's like having like a crisis. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. But at least Frontier came back and say like, hey, we're going to release more stuff, you know? And it's pretty cool what they're doing. You know, they're bringing back Leopleurodon and Dracorex. It's looking like it's not gonna happen this month, so maybe there's a chance that they might get free dinosaurs for the next update, which would be cool. Yeah, but yeah, like Dracorex. You know what? I guess it's just good to just put it out there, you know. Because like we got Pachycephalosaurus and Sticky Moloch. You have the rig, and you might as well just throw it in there for free, quick and easy. Leopleurodon's going to be interesting because you know it's a pliosaur, one of the smaller pliosaur. I do wonder if they're going to do like an alternate skin thing, like they did with Deinonychus, you know, because. Yeah, I think it's cool just to see variations and stuff that you could just play around with different things. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they look like. I wonder what the third one, the free animal, is going to look like. I reckon it should be a pterosaur, the next returning species, like Sierra dactylus or something.
83% chance of recording a good shot.
Ow! Oh, just ran butt first into a Gastornis.
Recording a good shot at camera.
Stuff it. Let's just do it.
Recording 87% chance of good shot.
I knew it.
Database. Click here to play video clip.
Wow! Look at this blurry video. It's so cool. Wow! I can't tell what's going on. Whoa! You know what? I got plenty of cameras. Let's give it a try.
Recording 87% chance of good shot.
Oh yeah!
Click here to play video clip.
Yeah, the Ambulocetus tried to kill the eat the Propeliotherium. I have no idea whether or not Ambulocetus would have tried to hunt like that. You know, like a crocodile. But it's an interesting idea, yeah. Definitely, they would have definitely fed on fish, surely. I have no idea. What's the bite power of Ambulocetus? Anyways, yeah, we're done here.
Your second mission is now complete.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And now we're done with the New Dawn. And I believe the next one is called Whale Killer, but that's for another time. If, would you like to save your progress? Yes, I would. Oh. Super beasts. Not breasts, beasts.
This third mission will challenge you. Study the report and proceed with extreme caution.
Only 3? Huh. Okay, so we're done here. But if you guys want me to continue playing this series, then please by all means say it in the comments. And yeah, I'll make a series about me playing this game. You know, talk about Walking with Beasts, the creatures, what's new, what's not new. And yeah, just in case, I am going to go full on like background researching, teaching myself now about prehistoric Cenozoic mammals. And yeah, I'll try and make it as entertaining as possible. But that's only if one of you guys say like, yeah, I like this. Please play more. No. But yeah, this was definitely cool. This was like a childhood game of mine. I played. I think I'll also like to play some of the other Walking with games. You know, there were definitely a couple cool and interesting old school Walking with dinosaurs and Walking with monsters, and even sea monsters. The one with Nigel Marvin when they were traveling across the ocean. There's a couple cool old school games. But if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And I'm Super Marcel, and make sure you have a super time. Bye bye.